Hi, it's Casey. I wanted to show you where we're staying tonight. We are in Switzerland and we ended up staying all by ourselves. If you can see, there's us. And I'll show you where we're at. This is amazing. This is what our adventure was about. And this is really cool. We just have to hope we don't get snowed in tonight because we are the only people here. There are no cars going by. Nobody else is here. We cannot see anything. Did we stay?
Or did we go? But the best way to stay with us all the time is to subscribe. So you want to hit that subscribe button. You want to hit the little alert bell. That'll tell us when I have a new video out.
Yep.
And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
Give us a thumbs up. Let us know we're doing okay.
And you can always bookmark our webpage, which is always down at the bottom of the screen. And finally, you can also follow us on Facebook.
Yep.
Which is a great place to follow us. So, anyway, so what did we do at 2,214 meters, was it? 18 meters, something like that. 2,200 meters.
Yes.
On a dam in the snow.
Way up there in the snow.
But before we get to that, we have to get there. So our last video, we were in Garmisch, Germany.
Yes.
Which is Bavarian country.
Bavarian country.
Bavarian?
Say it again.
Bavarian country.
Yes.
All right. And we went and saw a castle.
Yes, we did.
Since I already mispronounced one thing, I'm not going to do the castle again.
Your Schwein Castle.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Sleeping Beauty's castle.
Yes. So, as usual, when we're getting ready to go to places that are more of a parking spot instead of a camping ground,
yep.
We emptied the tanks that need to be emptied and filled the tanks that need to be emptied. Be full before we leave. So we were full of water and empty of Cousin Eddie and I guess his cousin Gray. I don't know what you call him. And we headed out of Garmisch. We stopped at the place that had our Amazon packages and got those last ones picked up.
Yep.
And then it wasn't very long. We were back in Austria.
Yep. We had to go back through.
Yep. And we got gas at a gas station in Austria, probably just so we could say we did.
So we say we did something in Austria.
Yeah. And then we went back into Germany.
Yep.
For a short time. Then back into Austria.
Yep.
Because the place we were going to stay that night and park was kind of unique. It was pretty similar to some of the parking places. This was actually in an apple orchard. And the part where you're supposed to really park was closed.
Yep.
But we were told by the store that was nearby that you could go ahead and park outside the little, I think it was just a rope across the gate. But they had electric, so we had electric that night when we hooked up.
That's always nice.
But no one was around. It was all based on donation.
Yes.
And I think that's
And there were a couple of there was one that parked further in front of us, and then somebody showed up later after us and parked behind us.
Yeah, so when we woke up, there were 3 or 4 trailers and campers there.
Yeah.
So the next morning, while I was getting the camper wrapped up,
I went to their store.
Yep.
They had a farm store. It was beautiful. They had all kinds of wine. They had all kinds of fresh produce. I bought a really nice head of lettuce, and it was really good.
Yep.
And some other vegetables and stuff to make salads, and I think I bought some apples too.
Yeah. And it had a really nice view at night. You could see lights up on the mountains off in the distance. Mm-hmm. The other thing we had is that we have 2 gas bottles on board, and one of them ran out of gas. So our next stop the next morning was going to be to exchange one of those.
Yep.
Which we got up after you did the shopping, and we took off. That's what we did. As we were heading south through Austria, because our next place that we were going to go through was Liechtenstein.
Yes.
And that was like the first place that we went that actually had like a border crossing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Going into Liechtenstein.
They actually were kind of checking. And they don't passport stamp unless you kind of go off and you go in and you ask.
You have to make the effort.
Yeah, because they don't they just don't do it. It's such a small place. People don't normally stay, or if they do, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Anyway, we just got waved right through.
yes.
Yeah.
Because we're in a German camper, they just kind of waved us through.
Apparently, we look German.
Yeah.
I don't know how that looks. So what? I don't even think we were in Liechtenstein for an hour.
No, we just kind of drove through.
And then we went from there right into Switzerland, and that was another one that was just like going from state to state in the United States.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was no big thing, except for where we originally wanted to go and stay for the night, which was going to be kind of halfway through the Alps. Mm-hmm. To get there, we went through some pretty tight roads. The first thing was there was this little place that we went through that had like 2 arches, single lane arches. And I think the warning sign was for 2.8 meters, and our camper is 2.6 meters
It
wide.
was tight.
So we had a couple centimeters on either side.
It was a
going
little
through.
scary.
Yeah.
This guy
I think we
driving this camper is unbelievable.
I think we both sucked in and held our breath. Like that would help, but
I would have been panicking.
yeah.
There's no way.
And then we got into a little town with tight roads.
Yeah.
A little confused on whether we should go straight or turn. We were able to make the turn, and then probably should have gone straight from the road that we went down. So we were in the smaller town, backcountry kind of Switzerland. And then, we were starting to go up,
in elevation,
switchbacks, and get higher and higher. It got lunchtime.
Yep.
So we stopped off. There were several little stops, parking spaces along the road that we were going on. So we stopped and just sat there, and we had lunch for a little while.
They put these little parks
outside.
You just pull off onto these little parks. And you have beautiful views.
Yep.
And
they have trash
like
there
yep.
and everything else. So we took off from that, and then we really started climbing elevation.
Yeah.
I think we broke through 1,000 meters, and then 1,500, and then 2,000.
It just kind of was like this.
Yeah, we
just
were on a winding
forth,
road.
Going up.
And we got to where the place that we thought we were going to park for the night. And it was like a single dirt gravel road down in, and I don't even think I would have had to either back holly in or back holly out, and that wasn't going to be an option on that one. No. So we looked for another place, and we found a place. It didn't have a lot of reviews. It just had like the description, I think, of somebody who said they had spent the night on top of this dam where there was a parking lot on it. Woo-hoo. So we decided to head there, and when we got there, there was another van there, camper van.
They were from England. So they spoke English.
Yes.
Yay!
So we chatted with them for a little bit, and then I kept talking to them, and you went off and recorded.
I made a video.
Made a little video. So we're going to take a look at that right now.
Okay, take a look at the video. This is the dam. It goes all the way up and over, all the way there, and then the road goes up and on. This side has water on it. This side over here is a giant valley. And there's us, way back there at the very end of the dam, all by ourselves. There are no roads, nothing. We are alone. It's going to be awesome. Right. I was very enthusiastic about staying there, as you could tell.
And I was the Buzzkill.
Yeah, he ruined my time.
Yeah, the people from England, they left pretty quickly.
Yeah.
They said they were going to drive another 3 hours to go on into Italy to the lake that they wanted to go to stay at. We really didn't want to drive that far. You didn't want to drive at all. You wanted to stay there.
I was ready. I wanted to stay. It was beautiful. It was so quiet and peaceful. And the snow, it wasn't bitterly cold. It was snowing, and it was big, beautiful, fluffy flakes. It was just great.
So I kind of count balls and strikes.
Yeah.
The first strike was it was snowing. The second strike is that there was an incline on a curve to get out of the parking lot and get back out on the street.
I'll give
with
him
that
that
being
one.
snowy
It was,
and potentially icy. The temperature was going to drop below freezing.
That was.
We had no idea how Switzerland does snow removal. We've never seen it before, so we don't have any clue on that.
Or if they do snow removal.
And it was going to drop below freezing.
Yeah.
So.
And it might have been a little iffy on how to get out of there.
Yeah. So if you add that up, that's probably 5 or 6 strikes.
Yeah, he was a buzzkill.
So I ruined the entire European trip of 18 months by deciding to take off. And we found a parking space that was in a town. It was probably 30 or 45 minutes away.
Yeah.
We did pass a couple of parking areas that were gravel that we probably could have stayed at because it would have been level to get out.
Yeah.
But
and it wasn't snowing; it was down in the valley.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Yeah, when we got to the parking spot, we were down like at 1,000 meters at that point. So we had dropped over 1,200 meters coming down. It was beside a road, so it wasn't a great
night's sleep.
Yeah, wasn't a
wasn't
great
bad.
place,
It was
but it wasn't
okay.
terrible. Yeah,
it was okay.
It was more comfortable than thinking that we were going to wake up in a foot of snow and not be able to go anywhere.
So worried.
And we would turn into the Donner Party at some point because nobody in Switzerland knew where we were.
A lot of meat.
Yeah. We'll be heading across the northern part of Italy on our next video.
Northern Italy.
So that is our next empty nest adventure.
TV.